We can look at social inequality in two different ways. We can look at it at the micro level or at the macro level. We're at the Raffles Hotel in Singapore in South Asia. The Raffles Hotel was named after Sir Stamford Raffles, who was credited through the Dutch East India Company of coming here in 1819 and essentially making Singapore a colony of Great Britain. Singapore did not achieve its full independence until 1965. The Raffles Hotel may not necessarily be the hotel of only the rich and the famous, but certainly you must be affluent. If we were to stay here tonight, the rooms would begin at approximately $480 US dollars. Obviously, the people who stay here enjoy a status and affluence quite different from the people who work here. You may have people working at the hotel who work very hard and therefore enjoy high esteem, but they probably do not have the prestige of the occupations held by the people who are able to afford to stay here. That would be an example of looking at social inequality at the micro level. But at the macro level, we can also see the Raffles Hotel as a symbol of the colonial past. At one time, Singapore was a dependency of Great Britain, and Great Britain was able to become rich using Singapore as a seaport. And at that time, Singapore would certainly have been what we refer to in the world systems analysis as a periphery country, a country that added to the wealth of European countries. But Singapore's story is different from many colonial countries. Since 1965, its income has increased significantly. In fact, currently, the gross national product per capita in Singapore actually exceeds that of Great Britain. So no longer will we consider Singapore a part of the periphery, looking at the macro level. Part of this increased wealth in Singapore has been because this nation has tapped into the electronic age. A recent survey showed that in terms of information wealth, Singapore ranked 4th in the world, 4th only to the United States, Sweden, and Finland. But yet, there are countries very close to Singapore that are still firmly rooted in the periphery. Just from within 200 kilometers of where I'm sitting, we would find the nations of Malaysia and Indonesia, who partly because of their colonial past, represent periphery nations within the world systems analysis of Emanuel Wallerstein.